My wife and I have been coming to Soul City Church for about 2 years now.
We've been coming to Soul City Church for about 6 years.
I've been at Soul City for about a year.
I've been coming to Soul City for just about 2.5 years now.
I've been coming to Soul City for 2 years.
I have been attending Soul City Church for almost 6 years.
I found Soul City on Yelp. Live in the neighborhood and was out walking my dog and didn't even realize that this was a church, but decided to check it out and felt at home as soon as I walked through the doors of Soul City.
We coincidentally live down the block, just happened to not be going to church. I finally checked it out after some years later, and here we are today, just consistently, faithfully coming, and we love it.
My college roommate's mother went here, and after migrating to the city from the suburbs, we decided to find a church home. And after the first service, Soul City kids kind of sealed the deal. We were really impressed with the care that went into it.
Started coming to Soul City by invitation from Sarah Emerson. She was the creative pastor at the church I grew up in. Last May, I was diagnosed with cancer. While I was going through chemo that summer, Sarah had continuously been inviting me. Hey, you should come to Soul City. Hey, you should come to Soul City. I was getting a text probably every 3 days, and I just kept repeatedly saying no. But she knew I was in audio and music and all that stuff, and she's like, fine, at least come meet our worship pastor. I remember him saying, dude, I don't even care if you go to church again. We just want to be there for you. We just want to hang out with you. And that's really what changed everything for me.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's really comfortable knowing that our kids are in a safe place. And in addition to that, they're taking home knowledge about God. It's really neat to see our kids apply worship and prayer even in their own lives.
The way I've personally experienced Jesus is just the amount of love that's here at Soul City. I just feel free here, and I literally treat Soul City like my house, where I can just come and just be me, just be able to love on people.
For years, I'd kind of kept the church at arm's length. Finally got to a point where I realized that I really wanted to get back to my relationship with God and joining up with a small group. Fast forward a couple of sessions later, Denise and I were actually both asked to help lead on Tuesday night. Things started to develop from there.
In developing our relationship, it's been really important to me, and I think to Ezra as well, to build our relationship with God as the foundation.
I finished chemo August 7th of 2017, and I came to Soul City for the first time. And I will never forget that, meeting everybody, getting to hang out in the tech booth, and everybody just really loving on me and taking care of me. Really, I was experiencing God's love, and I didn't know. I'd never been cared about more in my life than then.
Last year, I was chosen to go with LoveWorks on a trip to El Salvador, and I was lucky enough to be able to go a second time this year. And probably the biggest thing that had an impact on me was the community. It's through you being there with them. It's through you praying for them. It's the fact that there are other people here that are doing it with them just shows them that they're not alone. And so we're just basically sharing the love of Christ.
I had been thinking about baptism for a while, and it was something that God had stirred in my heart. Ezra said that he was getting baptized, and then Jarrett did his speech of the 2-for-1 special. It was the right time for me, and I knew that it was the right time for us to get baptized together and to really make this commitment to God together.
The community here at Soul City has absolutely changed my life. They became family when my family couldn't be there, when I was going through all this, and every week I just look forward to being here. I've never experienced people in my life just genuinely asking, how are you, and they really want to know. Now, I never would have wished for the cancer to happen, but I can definitely say it's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I love experiencing the people experiencing the love of God here. So when we can create an atmosphere for people to come in and experience the love of God, in that moment, I know that I was called to serve.
Serving for me is about giving to someone else, giving of yourself to someone else. It's not just saying, well, I'm gonna be there for you one day of the week or just a couple of days of the week, but when I see you needing something, I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna be there for you, and you're gonna know by what I do that, you know what, there's a God that loves you.
Soul City is an anchor for our family.
Soul City is love.
Soul City is a place where I can be me.
Soul City is transformation.
Soul City is life-changing.